Aloha, I'm Welzie. I'm so stoked you got one of my surfboards and added it to your collection. Today I want to show you how to hang it up on the wall. It's pretty simple and just takes a little bit of time, and hopefully with these instructions it'll make it really easy on you. All right, let's do it. You. All right, so this is everything you need for hanging your piece. You have your wall mount. On top of it says up. Flat side will go against the wall. You have your screws for your wall mount here. Big threads that go in sheetrock. And then you have these small ones. These are your hardware screws. So it's those two type of screws. This is your long screwdriver. I have a piece of tape on here, and you can use the piece of tape to hold the screws in place when you're getting the top ones. Here's your little level. We're just going to put this on top of the bracket while we put it up there and keep it nice and level. You can also draw a line across the wall if you want to use pencil on your wall, and that'll get you a straight line as well. All right, for ease of sake, we're gonna say this is your center point of where you want the center of the board. We'll explain on how we get that number, and it makes it easy to figure out where you want it on your wall. So if that's your center point, I'm gonna come in here and put my middle hole on that center hole. And put your level on there and get it nice and level, and then mark the centers of all the holes. Hopefully your lead won't break like mine, but this works. So I have all my holes on there, and that's just for reference. So as I drill, we can always find the center. All right, now that it's level, I'm gonna take a screw and put it right in the center of the center hole. It's okay if the bracket adjusts a little bit, because you can always move it back with just one screw in. I can recenter my level and do another screw. I put it right on that center dot of the center of the hole. Push in a little bit to get it started. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. You'll feel it pull away from the wall, but just keep cinching it back in. Realign it and put another one in. And I'm working from the middle out. And you can see how I can adjust it as we go. It does take a little force, but it's easier with a long screwdriver. Push it in and screw. Now my level isn't perfectly, it's to one side. I can adjust it a little bit and try to get it back to the center by just grabbing both sides and giving a little twist. It doesn't take much. And even if it's off just a little bit to one far side of it, of this line, you'll still be able to adjust the surfboard a little bit when it's on there. All right, so before we hang it on the wall, I'm gonna put a couple of these little screws in. I don't want them sticking out too much past. I'm just a half turn. And I'm getting all my top ones in on the upside. All right, let's put it on the wall. So make sure when you put this on the wall, the up is facing up. This is so all the holes will line up really easily. And what you want to do is you want to line up the brackets so they're flush with each other. On the top here, up on top. All right. Easy. Now keep one hand on the center of the board. If you have two people, it's a little easier, but you can do it by yourself. Now I come up to the top. Screw these in. Now if your hands are clean, you won't dirty up your walls. And one screw we'll make it strong enough to where we don't have to press anymore. But it's always good to have a hand on the board just in case something goes loose. You don't want to drop it. If your screws falls down, you can use a little piece of tape on the end of the screwdriver to set it in there. So I'm going to show you what happens if a screw falls out on this top row. Oh no, the screw fell out. Get a little piece of the tape. Doesn't take much. Little piece of the tape. Put your screw on there. And put your tape on there. Now, you can drop it right down in there. So now we're going to put the screws in the bottom. It's easier if they're already up in there, but I forgot to do it, so we'll do it this way. Screw it right in and repeat on all of them. Alright, so now your board's up there solid, you got all the screws in, and it's locked in, ready to go. If you feel like it's off just a little bit, level-wise, you can just lift up one end or the other and just kind of play with it a little bit until it's just right. Those little micro adjustments won't have any effects on your bracket as long as you're not super far off. So enjoy. So if you guys have any questions while you're doing this, feel free to shoot us an email and we'll help you solve any problem that might arise. But as you can see, it's pretty easy, and have fun.